Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a spiritual medium and intuitive reader. I have a message for Capricorn today. And to let you know how this works, I have asked my guides in spirit to bring a message through the cards that will be deeply beneficial and positive for you this week as you navigate what's going on. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm so glad you're here, and I strongly invite you to subscribe to this channel so that you can stay in contact with this high vibrational information from the other side every week. And if you're returning, know that I really deeply appreciate your presence here today. So let's get started with your reading, Capricorn, because I am super excited. We have the Death card as the energy presented by the universe to you. I really like the Death card. I know that some people get scared thinking of it literally, but especially in this card, it's talking about a very gentle but very deep pull for rebirth. And this process, kind of exemplified by this crone essentially over a cauldron, is talking about the deep transformative process that goes on deep within our soul when it's time for us to move to a new phase or walk through a new door. And on the outside, sometimes this is a new job or a new opportunity, but on the soul level, this is really the shedding of an old skin and the rebirth of the new skin. The snake features very prominently on this card. Snakes and phoenixes are kind of with death, that kind of energy, the rebirth, the burning up. There's also just a deep sacredness to all of this. Stonehenge is in the background, and just something about the colors and the perspective of this card. I just feel like it's a very special moment of soul time. Now, I love the way you respond. You're responding with this Ace of Cups. It's like your heart suddenly bursts open and it's just got this overflowing emotion. And you recognize, it's like you recognize the new self and you love it. That's it. You're just outpouring this love over this new self, and it's kind of radiating out of you in this big way. This cup touches everything. The water is flowing, and making everything on this card green and beautiful and lush. So you recognize that it's like you accept death willingly. Like you go to your death willingly. You lose that part of yourself willingly because you understand and you recognize this expansion of the heart energy. It's like something was keeping that heart kind of bound up, and all of a sudden it's released, the bounds are cut, and then it can flow once more. This heart energy being very open. Being drawn to the moon for a hot second. So let me just see what it is that they're saying about that. Okay, so they're reminding you that this is the beginning of the journey. This is not a full moon yet. So this is the beginnings. And so know that this is the start. We're going somewhere with this, but this is not the destination. So if you have felt this emotionally and you felt like your heart has suddenly just kind of ripped open and you've got all this release going on, and then all of this kind of serotonin, all this good energy because it's finally been released, we're not done, okay? Just because it feels good now doesn't mean we're done. So let's keep going. We've got some interesting things going on. Usually when I do readings, even the court cards with people on them are about people, an energy internal to you, but they told me very specifically this is actually external energy. So let me start with the middle lady. We've got the Chariot. So what has happened? The heart has opened up wide and this chariot breaks out of the stables, basically. So it's this incredibly strong Valkyrie, and she's moving forward and nothing is going to stop her. So this heart has been opened. It's overwhelming. It's overflowing. Nothing is going to stop this energy of the heart. You have decided, because the resistance holding it shut for so long has been very difficult. It's created this inertia that now that it's open, it cannot go back. And you've got yourself moving forward. You are so determined to succeed. You are determined to make waves and to make progress on this path that, that's all you're seeing. You're seeing yourself moving to victory. You're seeing yourself moving to success. and you're moving in a way that you're in control of it, yet you're also kind of not. Because you have responded positively, the universe is also kind of the wind in your sails, the wind of her cloak, pulling it out kind of a little bit behind her. The universe is also helping to push you forward. So it's this perfect synergy of willpower saying, yes, I'm doing this, and the universe supporting you in that. Needless to say, from someone else's perspective, you are moving forward very fast. You're moving very fast. And people respond a little differently. People in your environment are going to respond a little differently. On one hand, we have this male energy who's very rational, kind of cool-headed, and he's looking out to kind of like see what's going to happen with you. He's kind of like, I see that this person is inspired. I see that she's moving forward, or he. The thing is these sexes, it's fluid, right? Because a woman can have male energy, a man can have female energy, it doesn't matter. This energy here is looking out with the mind kind of going, I wonder how far this is going to go. I wonder how far this is going to take her. In fact, where is this going to take her? So this is not a naysayer. It's more like there's a curiosity. So this one isn't standing in your way. In fact, it's pretty interested because it's kind of thinking, well, if this works out for her, I might try it too. So this is someone that could be led, actually, could be inspired. On the other hand, we have this Princess of Sword energy that's not as convinced. You see, she's turned away from this whole thing. She's kind of like, There's a little bit of doubt. There's a little bit of doubt, and there's a little bit of, these words seem pretty strong, but they're giving them to me, so I'm gonna have to say them. Scorn and contempt. So this person clearly doesn't understand this process. This person doesn't kind of get what's going on. It's a more immature energy that they may not be spiritually evolved or spiritually awake, or maybe they are and they're just in a bad spot right now, but they're just not in harmony, in line with what's going on with you. And I don't feel like that deters you at all, because you're so focused on your goal. You're going to get there no matter what, that this energy doesn't really matter to you so much, but you need to know it's there, that this person doesn't quite get it. And part of your role eventually is going to be shedding some light. This white horse on her side is just going to be shedding some light on your journey. Not that you want to convince this person of where you're going, but just kind of sharing with them what's happening, and not expecting them to love it, not expecting them to hate it, just putting it out there as information like, hey, this is what's happening. Take it or leave it, do with it what you want, this is what's happening. This person just doesn't get it, and they may not get it even once you explain it, but they do understand things that are told to them in a rational way. They do understand logic. They do understand things that make sense. Now, if you're on something that doesn't make sense to you, but you know you have to go there, then you just know that the communication is not going to really be that free-flowing during this time. But that's okay, because really, this is your journey. This is you. If it was only you in this reading, it would be these three cards. It would be the call, the answer, and then the movement. Okay? So that's really all you have to focus on, but just understand that sometimes when you go on this journey and it takes you places you're not expecting, and it's so strong for you right now, not everyone's going to understand it in the same way, and that's okay. It's not your job to take them with you. You're the only one in this chariot. There's only room for you. You're not responsible for them coming with you, but you can just do what you're doing and lead by example, and maybe one day they'll understand and maybe they won't, but it's all right, because it's non-interference on either side. So if you've got questions about that, please reach out in the comments below. I always love to hear from you. And I also wanted to let you know I do intuitive readings over Zoom. You can schedule them through my website, trueguidancetarot.com. I also have a Phoenix Path program for those who are really looking to search a lot deeper. And you can find out more again, trueguidancetarot.com. I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great week.